Hello everybody, it's Tomebinder again, and today I'm checking out a campaign that's intrigued me for a while. It's been consistently at the top of the workshop, so I just wanted to show it off in the video and give my thoughts and possibly some feedback in case this person ends up watching it so that they can take this stuff into account and work on adding some changes to their future projects. I don't know anything about this campaign going into it, so I'm looking forward to checking it out. Anyway, here it is, The Federation by Raptor. This campaign will tell the first part of Captain Werner's mission to take down the terrorist organization IRIS. This is his first Ancient Warfare 3 campaign. Be happy with even just 5 likes to make a part 2. Well, look at that, much more than 5 likes, and it did end up making a part 2. So, I'm going to check it out right now. First map is called Crater Town. Captain Werner, I assume the protagonist, arrives in Crater Town to pick up Lieutenant Callie, an IRIS lieutenant who has some answers for you. I assume a defected IRIS lieutenant. Or a former IRIS lieutenant. Something like that. Specialist Bode. Sir, you're not allowed to go in here. Do you know who you're talking to? Sorry, sir, won't happen again. Oh, I'm allowed in, I guess. Okay. So, like I said, I have a small squad here. We've landed down here. And we're at the base of a large cliff and going into crater. Oh, we're at the base of a crater, I bet. We're inside of a crater. Okay. I like the use of scripting to initiate dialogue right when the battle starts. And this, I assume, is our prisoner. So we need to take them back out here. But first, let's just check out the map and take it in. One thing I would say right off the bat is to sort of indicate that we're in an alien world, is instead of having this be a straight up and down like a cliff, is to sort of make it more sloping, to really indicate that we're in a crater. Or even move this town towards the center of the map, so you can have, you know, all sides be a crater, so it's more obvious. I would also suggest maybe some painting of the terrain to make it seem like it's been, you know, it's well-trodden ground and not much decoration in there. You might want to consider adding decoration if this is supposed to be a populated area. But yeah, that's about the main things I have to say right now. Just generally the map feels a bit empty, and the one thing I would say is detail's always going to help an Ancient Warfare 3 map. It'll never hurt it unless it's done in massive quantities that causes performance issues like lag. But in this case, it certainly won't hurt, so I would suggest fleshing out the map a little more if you're still updating this campaign. We'll take the hostage back here and interrogate them about the organization known as IRIS. There we go. And there's that funny glitch there where once the battle ends, the hostages just start sliding along the ground. Level 2, Negotiation. The lieutenant is being stubborn when interrogated. You have been called to the safe house to deal with the situation. Violence has been authorized. This is a dystopian future. Alright, we've got level 3 clearance, and I assume we're on a different planet now, because we can see we're in a different biome. If you want it to be the same planet, you should change it back over to that orange biome, and maybe add some vision blockers here too to kind of indicate that, you know, we can't see the edge of the map. It'll always help the sense of scale. Now, let's talk to this person. Oh, you can't. Must have disconnected the dialogue note or something. We're gonna go up here. Unlock this door. Very nice. I like the use of keys. Yeah, so this is a problem that I've encountered in a lot of maps where the interior play area is very well decorated, at least compared to the outer area, which is pretty much completely empty. So I would suggest trying to put an equal amount of focus both on the play area and the area outside the play area, the more background stuff, because it can take you right out of the action if you look out and see just kind of an empty nothingness. So maybe just turn it orange, add some hills, add some fog, things like that. Nothing too significant. Just maybe add some sort of basic alien ecosystem out here would be quite cool. That must be the prisoner. So we'll take this prison key. I like this person clearly knows how to use the key mechanics, which is nice. Someone has really gone down here. I can pick up a key from them. And I can talk to this person. It's Lieutenant Callie, the person I already captured. I already told you, I'm not talking. I like these sort of quasi-RPG elements too. You can threaten, be sarcastic, or just neither of the two. I already told you, I'm not talking. Then I'll be sarcastic. Then why are you talking right now, buddy? Very funny. But you didn't come here for humor, did you? No, I didn't. I need answers. I don't really know what I'm questioning this person about. I guess it's about the organization known as IRIS. Like I said, I'm not talking. We have to threaten them now. I think we can change that. I'm more than willing to die if it means keeping my secrets. Oh my goodness, I'm the villain of this story. We can arrange that. I mean, fine. Let's. Okay, we'll continue. I can see you're breaking. I could break something else. What? Wait, fine. I'll tell you everything. Good. Now do that, please. We have to go somewhere else first. It's not safe here. There's a key to the door on the guard's corpse. Oh, it's a dead guard. My goodness, it's a violent prisoner. Well, we have to go open up another door, I guess, so we can get a safe area. But yeah, this place does feel sort of threadbare. I mean, just in general, you could add a lot more of this. Add sort of barracks for the guards, maybe, if this is supposed to be a small, high security prison complex. But a small one. It could just be a one building, one cell, just kind of a jail. You could have like a desk right here, some shelves behind, some chairs, maybe more shelves. You can kind of make it a little shabby, add some rubble, but use future stuff, obviously. Maybe put a window in here, and I've already talked about adding an ecosystem out there. But as far as, you know, this person's first campaign, and I think maybe even their first piece of Ancient Warfare 3 content, you know, so far I'm not whining about it. It's not bad. They've shown they know how to use at least scripting to a surface extent, and the key system. Because now we've tied the opening of the door to the success of the battle, which is always nice. We've got a little bit of scripting going on there. This person is clearly, you know, taking the effort to learn some of the mechanics. We'll go on to Outpost Nova. You have taken Callie to Outpost Nova for questioning, but it seems something else might be going on. Okay, so this... Oh my. What is going on in Outpost Nova? I turn down the volume a tiny bit. There we go. Okay, I like this pathway. It's kind of cool using their foundations. We're under attack! Who's attacking us? Oh, that must be a turret of ours. No, it's not. It's an enemy ship! Take it down. Oh, it looks like they're releasing troops. This has gotta be Iris. Okay, I don't think we can shoot it down, to be honest. The future gunships are very powerful. I will say that much. The landing troops aren't much of a threat. I think it's pretty easy for us to simply... let me just turn this volume down, maybe off. It's pretty easy for us to simply shoot them down as they come down, because there's nothing else for us to focus on. So maybe if there is going to be a surprise assault on this complex, we should also add some ground forces around here to distract us while they land their paratroopers. Just because they pose more of an immediate threat, whereas the paratroopers aren't shooting back, obviously. But I like this. This is a custom tower here, custom guard tower. That looks very nice. If that level of kind of intricacy was applied to this whole base, it would really be quite something. But obviously sometimes you'll just see just a prefab down here, which is fine. The prefabs do look nice, but you do also get the effect of it being pretty empty. Especially when, you know, there's no terrain painting and it just kind of looks like just the default biome. One thing that I've said this earlier is it doesn't exactly, you know, remind me of an alien world, and I don't mean that in a mean way. It's just not what is being brought to mind, because it's the default forest biome. But we'll bring this person up to the objective here. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. These maps seem to be gradually getting more complex, and this person seems to be getting a deeper understanding of scripting as we go through, so it's kind of like watching someone learn in real time. Map 4, ambush. You've been ambushed by Iris. Yeah, well, we just were, but we've been ambushed again. They're here for the lieutenant. Stop them at all costs. That I will. Okay, so now there's a lot of different ships around here. Let's turn this up now. Okay, so we have this is kind of chaos now. We've got various forces engaging in the ground and the air, which is a cool concept, to be sure. In practice, this fight seems to be over fairly quickly, especially if we can... Let's get a hold of the P-rifle. The P-rifle, please. Then we can just kind of mow down this spawner, and let's avoid the walker there. The walker is extremely powerful, actually. I think the walker is going to be the main threat to our entire operation. And I died, yeah. So the walker, I'm not really sure how we're going to be able to take out. But there is an RPG lying around, so I'll have to try and use that. You might want to give us some heavy weaponry vehicles, something like that, to combat the presence of the enemy walker. Otherwise, really it's going to be difficult for our forces to stand up to it. Right now, I'll just spam it with pea rifle shots and see how well that goes. Okay, the spawner's broken. Oh, and look at that, we took them out. So, it turns out we didn't actually need heavier weaponry. That ambush was fairly fast. I don't know if that's what the person was going for, but if you did want a larger scale thing, you could have the spawner hidden around a hill or something. It's always a good idea to make people think the map is big. Coming soon. If you like this, I would be entirely willing to make a part 2. If you hate it, I'm sorry to hear that. What does this say here? Because I don't know if I should say my thoughts on it. I don't hate it, for sure. This looks to be a... Oh, that's just a sort of... I don't even know what that was. Oh, that was probably the battle that was used for the thumbnail, now that I think about it. It just ends instantly. I don't really hate that campaign, to be honest. It's using a lot of different ideas. It's just in a very rough state that could probably use some refinement. I think it's worthy of getting the amount of likes that it got. The maps aren't, excessively difficult. Just a bunch of kind of future era things. They really aren't, in a lot of cases you don't get the sense that you're on another planet just because it's the default biome. But there's really easy fixes for that. You really only need to do very slight changes to completely change the tone and feel of a map. So that's not something you should worry too much about. Just switch over the biome, maybe add some hills or something, and you've got an alien world right on your hands. And, I haven't played part 2, so I don't really know. I can't comment. Because maybe this person has since learned how to do that. Well, everybody, that's about all I have to say for this episode, to be honest. There's going to be a part 2 of 2. There's no other Federation content besides these top 2 campaigns that you see here. But in the coming days, there will be a part 2 sequel to this video, where I go through this second campaign that follows up on the original. And it would seem from the thumbnail that it does evolve from the original. You've got some pretty large and impressive modular structures here, but still, again, on a flat map. So it seems like this person is going to be making some changes, but also keeping some things the same. I don't really know if this person's ever going to watch this video, but if you do, just want to make sure you know that not trying to attack you or anything. This is very impressive that you were able to make this for your very first piece of content. The first battle I ever made on Ancient Warfare 3 was 2 square blobs of Greek hoplite spear guys ramming into each other. It was very laggy and just it was horrible. By comparison, this is quite impressive, and I hope you continue to go down the journey of learning more and more of Ancient Warfare 3's mechanics, because it really is an addicting and fun process. But yeah, that's all about all I have to say, everybody. The Federation 2 will be in a part 2 video coming up in the next few days. If you want to support my videos, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, or follow me on the Steam Workshop. Alright, that's it. See ya.